Hey guys, welcome to my channel BitGlenn. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So a few of you have been messaging me asking me about certain DeFi projects. Some of you are trying to get me to look into particular tokens or coins, or even just some of the features. Some of them even have cool little games that go with it. But I've not really responded to those people. I've sort of said, yeah, I'll have a look and I'll see what I think. And I've never really talked about my opinion of the DeFi space at the moment. And everyone's touting the DeFi space is going to be the next big thing that's going to move us when Bitcoin does pump. But what are my views? And what projects am I looking into? And how do I go about doing my research into DeFi projects? Well, I'm going to talk about that all in this video. So let's get right into it. So before we get into the main topic of the video today, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to smash the like button, I'm not going to tell you to subscribe, I'm not going to tell you to follow me on my Twitter or Telegram. I'm not going to do any of that because I feel like I'm beating a horse there. I don't want to just be that guy that just constantly bangs on about that all the time. So I'm not going to do that, even though subconsciously I just did. So I just want to say a massive thank you to not only the people that obviously get involved within this YouTube channel, but also all the people that have been messaging me through Telegram and through Twitter and actually trying to spark conversation with me. I really do appreciate it. And to everyone that does comment down below, I'm trying to reply back to everyone. Sometimes it's a day or two before I can actually sit there and work my way through the list. So I do apologise if you feel like, oh, I've commented and he hasn't replied. I am trying to get back to everyone. Obviously, if the channel keeps going the way it's going, it'll be very hard for me to do that, and I'll just have to respond to, like a lot of YouTubers do, to the sort of top couple of comments in each video. But as it stands at the moment, I'm still trying to reply to every single one of you, so please bear with me. I am trying to get back to you, but it doesn't mean I don't read the comments. I read every single comment, every Twitter message, every tag, and I read everything that goes on in the Team BitGlenn group chat. I may not respond or answer every single question, but I do read them and I do acknowledge it, and I typically like to talk about it in, say, a future video. So sometimes you may feel like, oh, I've just messaged him something that I want to get across and he hasn't acknowledged it at all. But then you may 3 days later watch a video and I'll say, oh, someone messaged me regarding this, and they'll think, I wonder if that was me was talking about. So I do read it and it does help me with ideas and creativity for the channel. So please continue to do that. Anyway, DeFi. What do I think of DeFi? How do I do research for DeFi? And do I think it's any good? So in the world of cryptocurrencies, I come from obviously a time where ICOs were the big thing. You could put money in any ICO project and at the time it would pump for any particular reason. If it had a listing on an exchange, it would pump. If it had a new feature, it would pump. If it was mentioned on any website or news outlet, it would pump. That's the sort of time that I got involved in cryptocurrency. Sort of wished I got in a bit earlier and took advantage of that, and I knew what I knew now. But I feel like I'm better positioned now for the next bull run, and I sort of understand the game that every investor in this space is playing at the moment. When it comes to DeFi, I feel like it's a repeat of what happened with the ICO space. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm anti-DeFi. Some of the projects out there I've really, really enjoyed. So one of those being Uniswap. I think Uniswap is probably the most interesting DeFi project out there. Now, I'm saying that from a place of someone that likes to use the product. I'm not making any money out of it. I'm not trying to pump a coin. Uniswap don't have a token. So I'm not trying to pump anyone's bags in any shape or form. I would like to see more projects like Uniswap come out that provide a platform where people can easily get in and out. When I first saw a DeFi project, which was about 1.5 to 2 years ago, I can't remember the exact, I think it was like Ether Delta or something like that. And you could convert any ERC20 token for another one, but it was tricky to use. The actual platform itself, if you put a wrong amount of zeros or a dot, a decimal point in any place, you could accidentally send like 1,000 Ethereum instead of like 1 Ethereum, and there was no one to go to. You couldn't contact anyone and say, I've just made a mistake there, can you retract that? Can you can I cancel the pending order? Once you'd sent it, it was done. So I saw a lot of people lose money trying to figure out this DeFi movement. From that, obviously it's evolved now and it's become better over time. Like I say, Uniswap is probably the easiest exchange I've ever used. So that means in the space of about a year and a half, I've seen DeFi projects go from being the most awkward and hardest to use to being one of the easiest. So within that short period of time. So it shows that DeFi can move at a very quick rate. And I believe in the future, we will probably end up using DeFi projects because it will save us on the middleman. It will lower everyone's fees. There's more opportunity, less chance of risks, scams, Ponzi's, because you're trusting a smart contract to work all the algorithm and everything out for you. So you're trusting in maths, and I believe in maths. But in terms of individual projects at the moment, this does remind me of the ICO phase where literally coins were just pumping left, right and centre and no one really understood why. It was just because of buzzwords or key phrases or getting listed on an exchange or things like being mentioned by someone famous, and coins would just pump left, right and centre. And I feel like at the moment that's what's happening with DeFi. I think there's certain projects, like if we look at Compound came out and literally tripled in price overnight. The day before that, no one knew what Compound was because it hadn't existed. But then it got listed onto Coinbase very early on. So you have to say that Coinbase were obviously working with Compound way before. And they sort of, once that got released, they were going to add it onto their platform. So you're seeing DeFi projects working with very, very centralized investors, which I don't think is good for the space overall. I like projects that are made for the people and used by the people. That's my personal preference. So how can you take part? How can you do research? Now, something that I do have to point out, and this is just an observation. Whenever I talk to you guys about a project, whether that's Hex or crypto.com, I like to do a bit of due diligence, bit of research to see if it works. I don't want to mention anything on this channel where I think, oh God, I think that's going to dump really hard. I don't want to do that. So I make sure that I do a couple of weeks of research. And that's typically how long I like to look into something. I like to download an app or go on a website, do a bit of reading, maybe try their token out, send the platform money, see if I can withdraw the money, see if it goes in my account. All of that takes at least a few days. I do wonder how some of these YouTubers are literally talking about DeFi projects from one day to the next, just different projects every single day. How can they be doing the right amount of research to imply to you guys, the viewers, whether they should have it on their radar or whether they should be looking to 10x, 100x. I just wonder how they're getting all this information, because it's hard enough running a YouTube channel and keeping up with social media and having a normal life outside of that. And then you're also researching different coins to talk about in videos every single day of the week. I just don't get it. What I would assume is happening is they're speaking to these platforms. They're saying, look, we will pay you $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or whatever it may be if you talk about our product. They say yes or no, and then they get given a script and they just reel off reasons why that project is good. I've got nothing to back that up, but I assume that is what is happening. I've had a few of these contact myself and say, look, Glenn, if you mention our product, we can pay this really good commission or referral bonus. And I've tried to stay clear of it. I like projects where they either give the actual person referring something back, and also ones that I don't think are scams. So I do wonder how these YouTubers are literally pumping out this content saying, oh, this DeFi project's going to moon, this DeFi project's going crazy at the moment, and how they're doing their research. But anyway, that's a side note. So the reason I'm telling you this is because these are traps that I have fallen into. These are traps that people in Team BitGlen have fallen into over the last couple of years, many, many times over. I'm trying to educate you, so next time you see a thumbnail or watch a video of someone saying, oh, this is why I think this coin's going to 100x in the next couple of weeks, you can sit back and think, actually, Glenn's told me about this. Let me just think about it. Let me sit on the sidelines for a little bit. Yeah, there may be some coins that they absolutely pump, and it's probably because they're being paid to do it, and so are many other YouTubers that inherently it pumps it to a load of viewers. So it's almost like the YouTuber is against you at that point. But hey ho, I've got nothing to back that up. So let's go over to how I've been looking into DeFi projects. I've been using this website called DeFi Pulse. They list all the self-proclaimed DeFi projects out in the cryptocurrency space, and they give you a lot of detail about what's going on with the DeFi movement. So you can see here there's 1.64 billion US dollars worth of DeFi locked up at the moment. We've got the compound dominance at the moment at 36.6%. Got a couple of adverts, and then you can break down the coins into DeFi projects that you'd actually like to take part in. So are you looking for lending? Are you looking for decentralized exchanges, derivatives, payments, assets, earn income, token lists? So you can really sort of surf this website and actually sort of narrow down the DeFi projects that you are interested in. Now, I know what I'm about to say will trigger some of you. Some of you will watch this and go, oh, he doesn't understand what he's talking about. He hasn't done his research. A bit of =3 reference there. And that is because I haven't had a chance to research every single one of these projects. But all these DeFi movements, when you're investing in a coin on one of these, I like to think of it at the moment. I'm not saying that they don't have a use case. I'm just saying at this point in time, I don't think anyone could predict that synthetic would pump 12% today, but all the others would be down 28%. No one can sort of predict that from one day to the next. So this is almost like the ICO phase of 2017. That's why I said that at the beginning of this video. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the postcode lottery adverts. There's normally like a Welsh guy in the UK. He does the voiceovers for these postcode lottery adverts. And I don't know why. When I was looking at this, it reminded me of his voice. But instead of saying postcode lottery, I was thinking this is more of a DeFi lottery. When you're taking part and buying some of these coins on this list, you are literally taking part in a DeFi lottery, in my opinion. That is my gut feeling. Because some of these coins you see on CoinMarketCap pumping every single day. So I've come over to CoinMarketCap today. You can see Flexacoin is up 36%. If I go back onto their main page, if you order these in the ones that have pumped the most, you've got Flexacoin, the synthetic network. We've got Bancor, Swissborg, Kyber Network, Decentraland, Augustella, Binance, Ren, Maker. So quite a few on this DeFi list here are always sort of pumping on any given day, but they also dump as well. If we look at a lot of these coins, they really do. You can see this Flexacoin has just been pumping and dumping quite a bit over the last, I would say, 2 months now. And again, I'm not saying that none of these have use cases. I actually have tried Maker. I have also tried Uniswap out. I have owned some Bancor. I haven't tried Lightning Network out. And I have actually tried Kyber. So it's not like I'm against these and I think they're all shit coins. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is at the moment it seems like there's just a lot of fuff, a lot of gumph that are being blurted out. Key phrases, decentralized finance, lending, staking, earn, passive income. And I've heard all of these phrases before during that ICO phase. Now, when Bitcoin does eventually pump, and if this is still ongoing, yeah, some of these are going to pump really hard. But like I say, you're then taking part in DeFi lottery. You don't know which one of these are going to beat the other one. There's several coins that are all sort of doing the same type of thing. So if I narrow this down to, say, decentralized exchanges, you have a few there that you can use. Now, who's to say that Diversify, it's pumped 76% today. Who's to say that that won't be the overall winner? I mean, at the moment, my personal feeling would be that it'd be Uniswap. version 2. But I would imagine that that's going to be one of the biggest exchanges, just because I've used at least 2 or 3 of these on this list, and Uniswap hands down is the smoothest, quickest, easiest to use out of the lot. So when we get all the new people in the space because they want to take part in Bitcoin, and then they will also want quick and easy access to other coins, I think Uniswap's going to be up there. If you're just looking for pure gains, just buy ones that are listed. Any of these DeFi projects that are listed on Coinbase, they're going to do very well as well in the future. We have derivatives here, so you've got Nexus Mutual, Erasure, Augur, VL, Synthetic. Payments, we've got Lightning Network, Connects, XDAI. And if we go to lending, we have Compound, Maker, AV, Instadap. So there's a whole range of different lending type platforms here, and you can see they're all over the place. It's not like normally with Bitcoin, when Bitcoin pumps, all the other fake Bitcoins like Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin, they all pump as well with it. They all rise with the sea and they all sink with the sea. Whereas these are all over the place. You've got some that are up 0.4%, some that are up 70%, some are down 70%, some are down 28%, some are down 2%. All over, very varied, very, very varied. So I do feel like it is a DeFi lottery. So that's my personal opinion. I really hope that DeFi takes off. I hope that we do have platforms that are decentralized, and once they are decentralized and there's no way that you can shut them down, just like Bitcoin, and there's no central point of failure, then there's all this talk of banning certain coins, banning certain exchanges. Like in America, they don't have access to the amount of coins or exchanges that we do, say, in Europe. Now, that could be a good thing and a bad thing, because that means Europeans are probably losing more money on all these shit coins and stuff like that. But then on the flip side, Americans can't get involved, and they have to then send people money that are in Europe that can access these, or download VPNs and do backdoor systems. So there's swings and roundabouts there. But once we've got a decentralized platform, that will be the end of that. Anyone from anywhere around the world can just jump in and say, do you know what? I want Litecoin. I want to convert Litecoin into Compound, or I want Instadap. It's just going to be that quick, that fluent, cheap. It's going to be smooth and well presented. So that's my opinion. I hope that that happens. I really hope that that happens for the space. I think it's only a good thing. And when you start having that, hopefully there would be less manipulation within the markets. So that's my personal take on DeFi. I know that that was a very quick and brief video, but I feel like I've made all my points there very clear. And I hope that maybe someone watching this, they've come from another YouTuber's video where they're saying, oh yeah, Instadap's going to pump 100x tomorrow, which it could do, I don't know. But as long as you understand the risks, all of these projects you could put money into and they could go to absolute zero. Some of these coins could pump 100x, and then you have to decide whether you want to take that profit out of that. Make sure you have a plan in place before you invest your money. Let's just say you was going to invest in Synthetic Network and it was currently valued at $2, let's just say for argument's sake. Have a plan in place. Where would you be happy selling that? Where can you see it going forward? What is the total market cap? Where can you see it getting to? If the answer is $5, buy it, wait for $5 to hit and sell it. And that way, if it continues to go up to $10, $15, at least you think, oh well, I tripled my money with it. There's no way you can lose from that position. You may think, oh, I wish I'd kept it, I would have got more gains. But there'll be other coins. And whenever the next cycle happens, there'll be other buzzwords that are happening. So just be safe. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Before I send any money to any platform, I like to think of it as this. You wake up in the morning, it's all gone. It is all gone. How would you feel at that moment in time? Would you think, shit, I can't afford to eat? Would you think, oh well, I'll just have to do a few hours extra overtime? If you're in the second one, then you are investing the right amount of money. If you're in the first one, it's not worth the risk. It's really not. And when the next bull run happens, Bitcoin is going to lead the way anyway. So you will hear of coins that are going to outperform Bitcoin and they're going to 100x, just like XRP did. But XRP has been consistently going down in value ever since its all-time high. So what would you rather? A coin that's only lost 50% of its value since its all-time high, or a coin that's lost 95%? Obviously, we would rather cash out at the top and sit back and wait for those losses. But I'm just saying, you know, you have to think the amount of money that you're willing to invest. Someone messaged on my video the other day saying, oh my God, you're taking a punt on Wirecard with £1,000. What do you do for a living? You must be rich. But to someone else, they'd be like, you know, I would have put 10 grand into it. You know, it's all relevant to where you are in your life and what your financial situation is. If $1,000 is a lot to you at the moment, just invest $100 into something that you think is going to 10x over a period of time, because then that way you can't lose. That's my take on DeFi. Make sure you do research. Make sure you only invest what you're willing to lose. And most importantly, make sure you have a strategy going into it of what you're hoping to achieve from it, and then execute it when it happens. Don't just sit on the fence. That's really it from me, guys. That's my video for today. There's so many things I want to talk to you guys about. There's a lot going on with crypto.com. Hex is actually going up today. But I just don't know if it's worth me mentioning it all in one video. So I'm going to put it to you guys. Would you rather see me do sort of 45-minute, half-hour long videos where I'm chatting about projects or loads of different topics? Or would you rather see 3 different videos of me talking 8 minutes at a time, mentioning about different projects? I'd love to get your feedback on that, because I'm sort of finding my way through YouTube at the moment, and I'm trying to play about with the times and dates that I upload videos. It seems a lot of you like to watch my videos between sort of like 6 p.m. all the way through till 12 at night. It seems like videos during the day don't get much attention, so I now have to set my videos to upload in the afternoons, which is a bit annoying because the video I done yesterday I actually recorded at 5:30, 6 in the morning, and I'd finished editing it by about 8:30, 9. So I literally had to wait all day for you guys to see my video. So I was like, oh, I wish I could just upload it now so I can start getting feedback and comments and stuff like that. So I am still finding my way on YouTube, and obviously once I get into a rhythm, then you guys will know what to expect from me at what time, on what dates, and I feel that that's a good way for the channel to grow. Also, I'd love to hear any of your feedbacks. I'm looking to do a 24-hour live stream, but I need to figure out the best way of doing it, because I've read that the most you can record at any given time is 18 hours worth on YouTube live. So I'd have to do it in 2 separate videos. So I need to look into that. I also want to get some people on the channel to actually have like an interview and chat, so it's not just my voice for 24 hours, because I'll probably pass out. So I don't know, let me know if you're interested in that. It'd have to be by the end of this week that I would have to do it, because to do a 24-hour video, depending on the time that you literally start the video, it's really going to take up about 2.5 days of your life, because by the time you wake up, do a 24-hour video, you're then going to need to sleep all that next day straight after the video, but then you're out of rhythm, so you'd have to try and stay awake, so you're going to be a zombie for a day. So it's like it's like, when's the best time to do it? But I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And maybe I need to message a hexologist and find out how he done his one. But that's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to smash that like button and click subscribe if you're new to this channel. The next project that I'm really going to be looking into is Swissborg. So please send me any messages of what you think of Swissborg. I downloaded the app about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I've been playing about with it, and I've been using their predictor and the bullish and bearish signals that they do. So whatever your feedback is, please comment in the comment section down below, or message me on Twitter @BitGlenn, or in the Telegram group chat. That's it from me, guys. Bye.